about that. My mic was off that entire time. This is going well. Last time we were here, everything's coming up Millhouse today. Last time we were here, we got through the creepy ass cabin filled with scary monsters. We got through the dormitory, killed a couple sharks, and did some creative gardening. So now we're gonna go back and do the mansion, but again. Let's hop in. And Joe's not happy about having to wait. Let's get rid of the ink ribbon. Let's get rid of that extra herb. And we're actually going to get rid of the pistol too, in favor of some heavier firepower. Be nice if I brought ammo for some of the heavier firepower. Well, let's get a move on. So how's everyone doing tonight? I have had a bit of a day. I actually spent pretty much all day right here in front of camera and microphone because I had jury duty. Obviously, I can't go into particulars about it, but man, was it boring. Speaking of boring, Brad. Try fixing this real quick while we're in here.
Brad! Shit. It's broken.
I don't know what the problem is with this. I probably would have to restart the game, but we're not going to go through that. Anyway, so Brad's just kind of flying around, buzzing the mansion, I guess. It's weird, but so in the Resident Evil community, a lot of people refer to Brad as a coward, and they're not really wrong, because that's the way they intend, they intend it. Oh, by the way, look, a hole with electricity near a fountain that's grossly overflowing. Oh, I guess that's overflowing. But Brad is a coward, maybe. Like, it's possible. But it seems more likely that Brad might have actually been doing the right thing when he left. Oh, there's that snake. Oh my god. Every time they get me. I was so excited that I was wide enough to get around that I cut it too short and got bit. Wonder if I got poisoned. Oh goody, I didn't. But within reason, if Brad is rear security and, pilot, yeah, his big thing should be getting that helicopter out of there ASAP. Like, there's no retreat if the helicopter goes down. So him lifting off and running is actually not the dumbest thing. And this is where the game tries to trick me into picking up first aid sprays. But there's some ammo here. Particularly, there's some acid rounds. Hint, hint. Use this thing to protect yourself from that bulletproof thing in the chains. I went ahead and fixed that piece of crap door too. Barry's really real good. I know there are people who don't trust him. I get not trusting Barry, but Barry's real good. But let's go ahead and equip that there grenade launcher for, reasons. So we're about to meet a pain in the ass enemy. Oh, that's not good. Oh no. That was a bit of a waste. So also... Oh, what the fuck? Okay, apparently he wasn't dead. Huh. We're not gonna go through that door. Sorry, that rattled me a little. I thought he was dead. I don't know why I thought he was dead, but I thought he was dead. So, last time we were playing, we got the helmet key, which is the last of the 4 armor keys. Which means we can unlock pretty much everything else in the mansion, except for that door we were just standing next to. That one you need another key that's elsewhere. But the first helmet door you come across isn't really the first one you should do. You should actually work from the other wing across. But for the most part, the enemies in the mansion have been replaced. It is now primarily not zombies. It is hunters. Which I thought they would put one in here, but I guess not. That's lucky. Considering we completely whiffed that last shot and he wasted 2 tasers on one. So some of the zombies are still around. If you killed them and did not burn them, they are Crimson Heads now, pretty much all of them. But I think the pathing I did shouldn't really leave many Crimson Heads. But we got a room with some stuff and a bird. So let's read this note first. Mail to the Chief of Security. Confidential. Attention. Chief of Security. Date, July 22nd, 1998. 2:13. X Day is drawing upon us. Execute the following procedures within 1 week. Prompt actions are demanded. 1. Lure the stars to the estate and obtain BOW's raw combat data against stars. 2. Collect 2 embryos of each mutated specimens as samples. Excluding the tyrant, dispose of the tyrant. 3. Ensure complete disposal of the Arcalay laboratory, including all personnel and test animals. Disguise their deaths as an accident. When the above procedures are executed, report to headquarters for further instructions. If for some reason you are unable to execute the procedure, By the deadline, report immediately in case of emergency situations. Report directly to the extension number 5691. Good luck. Umbrella Headquarters, Umbrella Inc. I that I never really thought about that, but they give an extension in that, and I wonder like what that is in reference to, or if it's in reference to anything, because that's mildly interesting. But we got a little bit of a puzzle. So this puzzle is another one of those like puzzles kind of thing, which I think you can block pushing this with that vase, and I don't want to do that because I don't want to have to exit the room and reset everything to come back in and do it again. Okay, that's up against the wall, I think. Cool. Groovy. Then we have this one over here, which you can hear makes a loud locking, clinking noise. So we're gonna go ahead and... That's really your only clues to this puzzle. But they have this one, which... Uh-oh, they lock as soon as you go to grab them. So, what you do is when you have to have that littlest bit of stealth in this game. Just to fool this one weird robotic purple-eyed bird. But you end up with a red gemstone. And I've seen people do this quick enough where the bird won't even get all the way to locking one before they're up grabbing the other. I don't have those kinds of skill. But we got everything from this room, I believe. Yep. Alright. Let's get a move on. Just gonna head on down here. Sure. We can dump off one of those stones real quick, and probably those grenade rounds. I don't think we'll need explosive rounds for the time being. So we're gonna dump these. And we're gonna get rid of the red tiger eye. But let's continue on. Because we're gonna go and resolve that real quick. That feels sheep. That feels sheep that went right through him. Joe, you gotta help me a little bit here. Like, I can press the triggers and press the buttons, but you gotta actually turn and face. But it felt really cheap that it went through him. But we have a tiger with yellow and blue eyes. Nope, he's already got blue, so let's give him a yellow eye. And that is an item that you're going to need for the end of the game. That is something that is effectively worthless until the very end of the game. So, you know, don't carry it around with you. It's a bit troubling that they actually give it to you this early to me. Gosh, like... Okay. He gets up, apparently. That's that's what I was talking about. Like, but we're gonna move on from that. Two crimson heads, one right after the other. That went surprisingly well. I'll take it. We're back out into the main hallway. I'm doing this in not the greatest pattern, but not the worst. Yeah, not really the worst pattern, but not the best. Listen, if you don't come to me for advice on how to play this game or where to go exactly. There's something in here. Oh yeah, this dude. That killed him a little easily. So we may actually see a thing because I'm at low health and hunters have an ability to one hit kill you. Which is not fun. Which we're actually gonna not go up here. That's why I'm kind of playing a little bit more cautiously than I have been. Because it's been a minute since I saved. There we go. Knew I had a I knew I had a mixed green. Good. We're gonna toss this in here. We're gonna pull out the old reliable handgun again. Because the next little bit we're doing is mostly zombies. So why waste the bigger guns? Just come on up here. Yay, another helmet door. This little fireplace room, which looks real cozy. Like, looks like it'd be nice to, like, sit in there with a coffee and a book. But we have another little, like, semi-puzzle. Just push this straight down. You know. The walls will start collapsing in on you with some really great looking paintings. This is actually the first time I've played the HD upres of this on anything bigger than my Switch. Which, the Switch is fine, but it's not really a high def, large, easy to see screen. So I kind of missed out on a lot of like the really pretty work they put in on making this look better. But just match it up with the other statue. And a weird back door thing opens. We got a little stun gun, which I'm actually going to switch over to my lone dagger. I thought I had more than one, but it's a hole at your feet. Can't see very far into it, though. Go down. Sometimes you gotta jump into a bottomless pit. Which sounds real muddy. I've actually screwed up. I don't have the item spots available to me to do this. November 29th, 1967. I can't get out. I've tried every possible way to escape, but only to be faced with the reality that I am trapped. I've been everywhere. The laboratory with the large glass tubes filled with formaldehyde and those dark and wet, eerie caves. What can I do? At first I didn't want to believe my eyes, but that familiar, high-heeled shoe in the corridor. It was like reflex. One name came to my mind. Jessica. I don't want to believe they share the same fate as me. No, I can't give up. I have to hope they're alive. November 30th, 1967. I haven't had anything to eat or drink for the past few days. I feel like I'm going crazy. Why is this happening to me? Why do I die like this? I was too obsessed with designing this ghastly mansion. I should have known better. November 31st, 1967. It was a dark and damp underground tunnel, another dead end. But even in the darkness, something caught my eye. Carefully, I lit the last match I had to see what it was. A grave. But deeply engraved into the stone was my name, George Trevor. At that instant, it all became clear to me. Those bastards knew from the beginning that I'd die here, and I fell right into their trap. But it's too late now. I'm losing it. Everything is becoming so far away. Jessica, Lisa, forgive me. Because of my ego, I got both of you involved in this whole damn conspiracy. Forgive me. May God justify my death in exchange for your safety. George Trevor. A name is carved into the small gravestone. George Trevor. There's a switch. Press it. So, like, did he die there, or did he make it through the thing, though? Like, they never really give you any clarification on that. So, that sounds gross. That could have been worse. Still could have been worse. I'll take it. The hardest to grab shotgun shells in this fucking game. Like, the hitbox for this is so weirdly located that it's difficult as all hell to grab this shell. There we go. Oh, got a cough coming on. Pardon me. And it looks like we have a map right here. It's also neat to kind of see, like, the map is, like, the image on the map is actually the map. Yeah, cool. That's neat. Once again, like, the fun little additions of playing it in HD. But it says there's another item in here. I kind of want it, whatever it is. So we're gonna play a rousing game of click on everything, which is entertaining. And okay, I'm stupid. I was about to say. So I've done runs of this where I purposely Like, I've purposely, like, picked up everything to see where every item is. Like, and... Okay, Joe, like... Run away. Okay. Didn't go the worst. Could have gone better. Like most things. But come through this creepy flooded thing and touch the electrical thing. It seems like a terrible idea. I have no idea why they decided to randomly flood this part. Maybe to scare you from not hitting it. But there's also a tricky handgun mag up here. It's a little hard to see, but there's some rounds there. And I don't know why I sucked, because I have everything I can pick up. We're actually going to play my my favorite game now, which is run to the item box, because I'm dumb and didn't give myself enough room. There's ammo and a dagger here. Slowly, I'm rebuilding my my wealth of daggers. And oh, I reckon not. Pardon me. That one creeped up my throat. Normally, there's a cutscene there of a zombie coming down and opening that door. So yeah, that's a hunter that just took it upon himself to make a one less loading screen, which I kind of like. Yeah, I'm happy that the hunters occasionally remodel. But if we're going upstairs, we need some inventory space, because there's a bunch of goodies up there. So, I screwed up by not dropping off the shotgun shells as I flummox my way through trying to put them in the box. There's another end of game item, or towards the end of the game item. So we're just gonna drop it in there, and I'm gonna take that herb. I won't be needing the key between now and the next item box. So we're gonna drop that off too. And we should be good. I don't know how close to caution I actually was, so I figured I'd just burn that herb. Not in that way. Well, in that way, if you're in a place where it's cool to do, and, you know. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. But alright, let's go take the elevator. Well, some stairs, then an elevator, because the elevator's in the basement, oddly enough. I don't really know why you'd put the elevator in a basement, but for some reason they do, and it doesn't work great. And that's the real, like, big downside to any Resident Evil game. It's the immense amount of, like, backtracking and just running through the same area a million times. Sort of Sort of like a Zelda dungeon. And now we have all the fun of actually waiting for the elevator to come downstairs. About halfway through today's stream, and I'm hoping we get far enough to do what I wanted to do. So I wanted to finish the mansion. No. I was worried for a second there. Alright, let's see what we got. A moth. Cool. An oriental scroll on the wall, but of a Western picture. Okay. Always good to see open flames in a home. Doorknob's broken. And that moth is apparently 10 feet in the air. I feel like... Okay. Let's... We now don't have to take the elevator again. Because... Why take the elevator? This actually will dump us out right by the last room we can use the helmet key in. Which is nice. We got a battery pack. A bigger battery pack. Some more Bernie grenades. And some Magnum bullets for my Magnum gun. But that's a pretty good haul for this one random room. It's the storage closet. It's ready to keep everything. But we'll go over here, grab all these goodies. Well, we'll grab... No, we can grab everything. We'll be fine. It'll be fine. Combine. Turn. Grab. Bop it. Twist it. We're all good. Everything's good. Excuse me while my brain breaks a little, because... Oh, shit! That one got me a little. I'd completely forgotten about the zombies in this room. So, I'm a bit jumpy tonight, apparently. That's a weird one. But we're gonna run down here, because I think we're gonna need some firepower for this next bit. So let's dump off the handgun. We don't need the battery right away. I lied, there's 2 helmet doors left, but we can hit the other one on the way out. Amassing our small wealth of Magnum rounds. There we go. Dump off this green herb. And let's grab... Let's go ahead and use these. And I think we're ready for a bit of a fight. Because we're gonna reconvene with an old friend. Over Saturday on my, or not Saturday, Sunday on my Sunday stream, I played through half of the original Resident Evil Director's Cut, which I'll be playing the other half of it this Sunday coming up. Tune in, enjoy, hop in the chat. But I was playing it, and the number of times I tried to use modern features like quick turn, like, completely threw me off. Uh-oh. Well, well, well. If it isn't a giant-ass snake. Yep, it's the return of Yawn. Just fire and move. You're actually pretty safe if you stick on his ass. Although you wind up firing rounds into nowhere. Or you just run directly into the business end of him. We're gonna... There we go. Oh no. I think the only game audio has been coming through my microphone. Oh no. I was... So I wasn't playing the original on my... or the director's cut on my PC. I was playing it on my, my Raspberry Pi. So now I'm, like, worried if any of the audio for this came across at all. But yeah, just go back the way you came. We're going to take the free little heal here. Get back up to tip top. So yeah. We've had to fight Yawn again. Oh, a sec. Actually, we can... Okay. I'm a little miffed at myself because I definitely think I didn't have game audio on. This is like the 4th time I've done this. I'm sorry. But let's... back to our old friend, constant supporter, the item box. Realistically, Resident Evil games are just running from item box to item box. and missing corners. Well, let's dump off that. Just dump off this because this is the companion book to this one. And we'll take that. And that should be good for what we need for where we're going. But the worst part is I actually ran past the room a bunch of times. It's a, and once again, this is one of those times where the original screwed me over. Or playing a game I'm not playing screwed me over. Because I definitely kept thinking, oh, that's an armor door. But let's go ahead through here. Run and get hung up on that pillar. And it's right here. So I could actually use the key and just not gone in here. Because the item that's in here, you kind of just need on your way out. There's something written. There's something handwritten. It's not dated. Nothing changed. I never thought that this room I designed as an experiment would pay off like this. I can hide here safely for a while because nobody knows about the secret behind this painting. Not even Sir Spencer. Painting of a mansion in the back of the art room. That's weird. It's weird to me that that's a note. Yeah, okay. Because that's an end, like a post-game thing. That's a unlockable for the costumes. And then we have the mirror room that, you know, you just have in your home. Like a totally normal, well-adjusted person. But it's puzzle time again. It's time for the most diabolical puzzle in this game, in my opinion. This one frustrates me. And I know the answer, too. That's the worst part. I know how to do this puzzle. You just have to fit all this crap into the little umbrella emblem. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be touching. But they do all have to fit. And sometimes it's kind of a pain getting them all in there. Because you'll clearly see how you're supposed to do it. But, like, they don't fit. They don't fit perfectly. But, there we go. And inside was a brooch. Which, I've never seen a brooch with the little, like, loop on the top. They usually have, like, a pin on the back. They get connected to, like, collars or, you know, epaulets or whatnot. But it's actually a key, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, now we have the Spencer key. The history is old as Raccoon City. Which they never really give a good indication of how old that is. Like, is Raccoon City like an old city? Of course, one of the few changes I liked from the recent. Hey, Mr. Pro Wee L. Sorry about flubbing your name there. Thanks for the follow. I'm happy to have you here. Welcome. Make yourself comfortable. Glad to see you. But one of the things that they changed in the movie Welcome to Raccoon City from the original lore of Resident Evil, time to get real lore specific, is, oh, he about to get up. So, occasionally you'll see the Crimson Heads look like that, where you can see like the nails have grown, their skin changed, but they won't get up, but you'll auto aim to them. Just take a moment and kill them. But in the movie, they made Raccoon City not like its own ubiquitous, like, normal city. It's a company town. A dying company town. Which I think is a cool way to frame Raccoon City. Like, that's why, like, it can get wiped off the map, and it's not, like, nobody notices that, like, the town died all of a sudden. Or it takes a while to notice. Like, that works better if Raccoon City is a dying company town. But we're going to make ourselves a little bit of room because there's a couple things we need out of that item, or out of that room we're coming up on. Specifically, we're going to need those two. And I think we are good for the moment. On second thought, real great of me to decide it. Then we're actually going to save. And we're going to wrap up the mansion within the remainder of the stream. Which, with how good my start was today, I did not think would happen. Like, 7 is the lowest number there. Sometimes my brain no work good. Especially since I didn't really set that up all that well. But let's go ahead and leave this horrible place through a repaired doorknob. Watch, there's going to be a hunter in here, isn't there? I don't know why I was so distrustful of this hallway for a moment. But we have a dark, cute little office. So once again, looks real comfortable. Creepy as all get out. But it does look comfortable. But there's one important item we came here for. This. That is a... Okay. I guess, technically speaking, you don't have to come in here right now for that. You could get it on your way back. Because we will be coming back to the mansion one more time. With feeling. But I don't think you really need to grab that. Then. Of course, we're going to get to the cave. You know, that other thing that houses normally have with them. A cave. Hidden by a waterfall. although, like, all part of my problem with a lot of the Resident Evil locations are they come across very sterile. Like, none of it feels lived in. It just feels like people put stuff in places. Mother, god damn it. Oh, god damn snakes. I'm getting tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking walkway. Am I poisoned? No. Wow, did I really get through both of those parts with that? Not get, like, instantly poisoned? Cool. Normally, I'm good for getting poisoned there. But let's throw the battery into the elevator. Which, another weird thing. Why isn't the elevator hardwired? Like, I get, like, video game item fetch quest kind of stuff. But, like, from a practical standpoint, that... Like, I feel like having to put a car battery in there is weird. But, you know, video game fetch quest. It's like, oh, well, why doesn't characters just do this? Because you wouldn't have a video game if they did that. Like, well, why doesn't all of the Stars members have radios and bigger guns? Crank? I swear. But yeah, like, it's like, why don't they all just have bigger guns and radios and backup? Because that's a less interesting video game. Yeah, plot holes are plot holes, but, like, at a certain point you gotta kind of accept them. Because it would mean that the thing you're enjoying doesn't exist without them. And that's a balance of writing. Like, you gotta kind of find that nice middle ground of, it's not so far-fetched that, like, it doesn't make sense. But it still can maroon your characters in some way to make them have to overcome the challenge or go on a journey or throw the ring into Mordor or what have you. Or, you know, commit war crimes in the stars. I don't know. But we've made it to the caves. Right about as we... Oh, we started a little late. Probably about 5 minutes. So we got about another 5 minutes in the stream. But I also do not want to go any further. So I think we're actually going to call it here. Because we're going to do the caves. And get to the lab on Thursday. So, thank you for coming out. Thank you for hanging out. Even those of you out there without showing out or showing that you're in the chat or anything like that. What am I doing? I'm trying to wrap up and speak and just making a mockery of all of this. Yeah, it's okay. But let's throw a save on here. And we will call it a night. Once again, thank you all for coming out. I'm very happy to have hosted everybody here. I hope you all have a good night. We'll be back Thursday, same time, with part 5. And then I've got Sunday with the original for the second half. So come hang out. Y'all have a good night.